Hi again, Year 5. Welcome to Wednesday, halfway through the week. Today in maths, okay, we're going to have a look at finding common factors. Now, pause the video, okay, either tell an adult, tell somebody who's near you if you can, or just think in your head. Try and remember what are factors and what are common factors, okay? I'll give you a couple of seconds to think about it. Okay. Right, so let's see if we've got the same answer. Factors, just factors, are numbers which divide exactly into another number. So, for example, a factor of 15 would be 5 because you can do 15 divided by 5, which equals 3. That also means, though, that 3 is a factor of 15 because you can do 15 divided by 3 equals 5. Okay, so that's a factor. So a common factor then is it might be that two numbers have a common factor or two or more numbers have a common factor. So we might find that 12 and 15 both have a common factor of 3 because you can do 12 divided by 3 equals 4 and you can do 15 divided by 3 equals 5. Okay, so those are factors and common factors. So first of all, we're going to have a look at trying to find all of the factors of 35. Now, obviously, if you remember, if you think back to, I think it was in autumn, when we had a look at factors the last time, there's always one factor of every number, or two factors of every number. What would one be of 35? I've just given you the answer accidentally. It would be 1. Brilliant. Okay, so you could have 1 and 35, because 1 times 35 equals 5, or 35 divided by 1 equals 35. Brilliant. Can you give me another one? Would 2, let's work systematically, would 2 be a factor of 35? Can you do 35 divided by 2? No, it's an odd number, so you can't have 2. Could you have 3? Could you do 35 divided by 3? No, you could do 36 divided by 3, but not 35 divided by 3. What about 4? No, can't do 4. What about 5? We can, can't we? What would be the other factor that would pair with it? Because factors will come in pairs. Brilliant, it'd be 7. Fantastic. And then what about 6? Can we do 35 divided by 6? No. We've already got 7. What about 8? No, again we can't do 8. 9? Could we do 9? No, because we know our trick. 3 add 5 doesn't equal 9. 10? No, it doesn't end in a 0. 11? No, it would need to be 33. 12? No, again it would have to be 36. 13? No, and anything more, okay. Actually, let's try 14. No. 15? No, because we've checked 2 times and 3 times, so it can't be anything else. So those are the 4 factors, 1 and 35 and 5 and 7, the 4 factors of 35. Brilliant. So, if I have a quick look at your task today, just so I can get some ideas. So, on the first question, it says, okay, to find the other factor. So, we've got 35 equals, and then it says 7 and blank, okay? So, what's the factor pair? What's the factor pair here? 35, 7 and, what's the other factor? 5, wouldn't it? Brilliant. Okay, so that's what you need to do for those. So if you have 44 equals 11 and, well, what's 44 divided by 11? 4. Brilliant. So those are our 2 factors, or just 2 of the factors of 44. There are more, okay, but they're 2 of them. Okay, right, the next one, we need to find out common factors now. Okay, so if we've looked at finding just factors, now we need to look at finding common factors. So on your first task, you need to find the common factors of 6 and 10. Okay, So you work through exactly the same. You're going to find all the factors of 6 and all the factors of 10. Okay, so let's have a go at that first. Give me one factor of 6. That magic factor that is a factor of every single number. 1. Fantastic. Another one. 2. Yeah, 2 goes into it. 3. Yeah. 4. No. 5. No. 6. Brilliant. Okay, remember those factor pairs to help you. You've got 1 times 6, 2 times 3. Okay. About 10. 1. What would be its factor pair then? 10. Brilliant. 2. Yeah. 2 times 5. Brilliant. 3. No. 4. No. 5. We've already got that. So both have 1 times 6, 2 times 3, and 10 has 1 times 10. I'm going to sneeze. 2 times 5. Okay. Do you see any common numbers there? Any common factors? Yeah, we've got 1. Brilliant. It's going to be a common factor of pretty much any 2 numbers, isn't it? Any others? 2. Brilliant. Fantastic. So, in your answer, you can say that the common factors of 6 and 10 are 1 and 2. Okay? You wouldn't write it like this because that's saying 1 times 2. You only would do that for your factors. You just list them 1 and 2. Okay? Fantastic. So that's how you find common factors of 2 numbers. If you'd find common factor of 3 numbers, you do exactly the same. Let's say I can put up here, let's try it for 12. I'd then try and find all the factor pairs. So 1 times 12, 2 times 6, 3 times 4. That's all of them. Okay, and again, I look and I think, okay, well, they've all got 1. They've all got 2. So yeah, those 2 would be a common factor of 6, 10 and 12. Okay, so you do exactly the same. So I hope that makes sense. If you still need some help, okay, don't forget to write in the comments on Google Classroom, and we'll give you a hand as best as we can. And I hope that you had a wonderful day yesterday and a wonderful weekend. I forgot to mention that, I think, yesterday in the video. So I will see you tomorrow, okay? Remember to be staying safe online, okay? Remember to keep fit. Don't forget this week is Mental Health Week as well. So later in the week you will have a little task that I want you to try and complete in the afternoon to try and get a bit of complete a mindfulness activity, a bit of well-being activity, just have a little bit of fun as well, really. Okay, so I will speak to you tomorrow in the maths video. Bye, you 5.